And the Golden Gophers ready to kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Jackson. Got enough for the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Julian saying to throw. Left side, it's Roberts.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Sayin. Trying to get behind the defense. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
2nd and long here. Here's Sayin to throw. Right side, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Turns out it's Jackson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Say it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Taylor. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Out wide right, it's Smith. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Drops back on 1st down. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab, it's Taylor. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It is loud in here as they try to help them get a stop on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Defense all over him.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, say it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. There he goes. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Booster. Ready, go.
Say it. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Roberts. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Quarterback changing the play. Looking to throw it, Sayin. Going for it all. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Snapped it in the shotgun. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Rush is on. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Quick with the spin move. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Handoff to the lone back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out to that?
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Follows his blocks. It's Jackson. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Sayin from the gun on third down. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Sets his feet. It's Lindsey. Left side is Helms. Makes the grab, but down immediately. He picks up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Right side, it's Johnson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayin. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Booster.
Quarterback signaling to his guys.
Check. 28-29 belts. 28-29 belts. Let it go.
Hits inside. It's Rodgers. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Hey, 95-96 bridge. Let's go.
They'll run him again. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's Texas A&M looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Quick give. It's Taylor. Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
They'll give it to him again. Got the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Running free. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Here's Sayin to throw. Pulls it in. It's Roberts. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
From the gun on third down, Sayin hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Keep it on the ground. Across the 35. He's got 98 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. From the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Lindsey. Look out! Out wide right, it's Taylor. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Say it. Holds on, it's Jackson. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you can tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Fires to the right. That one just came off his hand badly.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Out wide left, it's Roberts. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Lindsey. Left side is Tracy. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Push is ahead. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Fires left side, it's Smith. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That last connection just a hair short of the 1st down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Long way to go on second down. With the draw, it's Taylor. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown! Look out! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Out wide left, it's Taylor. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there too.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Driving forward, it's Jackson. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Powers inside. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Oh, pressure's coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right now.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He'll set up to throw. Right side, it's Smith. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to squeak through the pile. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Snapped on 4th down. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll try to take it back. The 50. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote.